What's going on, mother truckers? Welcome to the Asian My Show. Just give me 1 second, please. Let me get my mic and everything set up. All right. What's going on, people? Can you guys hear me all right? How's everybody doing today? Jump on. Let's see here. All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Asian My Show. So, for today's topic, the question is: Are basically YouTube truckers liars? And I got to ask how you're home so much. That's a great question. I'll get into that in a second. Does it really seem like I'm home that much? I feel like I'm not really home that much. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel. I feel like I'm always away from home. But truth be told is I'm on the road about 2 months at a time, and basically I come home for like a week at a time, and I work 6 months to 7 months out of the year, depending on what I want to do. So that's the truth. That's when I'm working, and I was gone this time actually for 2.5 months. It's just that Jenna flew out to California to beat me, so that's what happened with that. But let me know right now. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I got a new mic set up. I'm probably gonna take this on the truck with me. Someone comment below and let me know if you guys can hear me okay. What's going on, Ghost Rider? It's too loud. Should I back up the mic? I'm trying to get used to this. Clear? Okay, great. Now, to be honest, I've been spending a little bit of money on equipment to make sure that I can be more clear. I want to give better interviews, and it's costing me a little bit of money, but if I can get the information out there and help you guys, then that's what I'm doing. I know a lot of people that maybe watch the show actually are already truck drivers. And so far, I've been doing more basic interviews about mega carriers like Swift, and, I'm going to do a couple other ones as well. But to be honest, I feel like those are the people that need our help the most. And as that goes and as the show progresses, I will start doing more intermediate to advanced interviews with other job opportunities. I just feel like if I do an interview about a heavy hauler company, a lot of people won't be able to relate, including myself, because we might not have the experience to get that job. But I'm going to start throwing in all sorts of interviews in there so that we can basically give information to all truck drivers. I that's really direction I want the show to get to, is where I'm helping people at all levels. Now, I will put it out there right now. I am no super trucker. I am not trying to be. I have problems backing up till this day. If you see me at the truck stop, then you know how many times it takes me to back up. But you know what? As of now, I am accident free. Knock on wood on that. But just extra careful. So, with the title in mind, are YouTube truckers liars? What are your thoughts about that? Because I did an interview with Fernando about the Swift transportation and car hauling, and it's not a shout out to any trucker YouTuber. It's not a shout out to um, even the people that commented on that YouTube video. And you should know which one I'm talking about because it's the recent one I did. But there's always a lot of people that say, "Hey, Alex, you're a liar. You're like every other trucker YouTuber where you're liars. You just show the best part about trucking." And so let's talk about that a little bit. I would honestly say yes. I would say that most YouTube truckers, for the most part, try to show and basically depict the best part of trucking and kind of show that part. And so when people are looking at trucking as a career and looking on YouTube, I would say in a sense they are getting a false, reality of what trucking really is because they're just seeing all these trucker YouTubers, including myself, record the best parts, record themselves when they're relaxing, record themselves when they're getting their paychecks. And I know that perception is key. And so when everyone is watching these trucker YouTubers, you're seeing all the best parts and they're not really showing you too much of the bad. And so I would say that that is true. That for all the people out there that say, hey, a lot of these trucker YouTubers, including myself here, okay, are only showing the good in trucking, I would say that you're probably right. You're probably right about that. There are times where I don't record the really bad things that happen. I'm not recording when my truck fully breaks down and it costs me $10,000. And to be honest, a lot of it doesn't have to do with, for me personally, it doesn't have to do with me not wanting to record the bad. It's just that I record because I have fun with it. This is my hobby. It's starting to become an expensive hobby because I keep on buying more and more things for it. But it's one of those things where I don't have the energy to record and have fun with it when I don't know, I have $10,000, my engine breaks down. I'm more focused on what's going on at the forefront, you know what I mean? And so for everybody that says these trucker YouTubers and everything's including myself as well, okay, are just recording the best parts, I would say you are correct. For the most part, we do that. Second thing that people talk about, and the second thing is probably the biggest thing, right, is YouTube truckers lie about how much they make, right? All right. Now again, this is not a shot like a shot at or anything to any like I'm talking about you, then I might be talking about you. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel that you are the one, I guess one of the trucker YouTubers that I'm talking about, then I guess, maybe it is about you. But this is just in general. Trucker YouTubers, do we lie about how much we make? And I will say this. This is all I have to say. I'm a mover, right? And so as a mover, I move a lot of successful and rich people all the time across the nation. And these people are not truckers. Some own trucking businesses, but for the most part, I don't know what they do. So in my years of moving rich people everywhere, I still don't know what most of them do. And the reason why is people that are successful, people that are doing well, they are at a different, I guess, part in their life where I feel if you're doing well and you're making a whole lot of money, you don't have the feeling to talk about it, right? So, for the most part, I would say that most people that make a lot of money, I'm talking about real money, like, I don't know, 10, 20, 30, $40,000 a month. They don't have the need to tell you how much money they make. They don't even want you to know that they're really making this kind of money. You know what I'm saying? For one, they want to keep it to themselves just because they're private. For two, they don't want to expose themselves because the money's really that great, right? When you have something that great, most people do have like a selfish personality where they won't want to share it. Because if there's a simple way to make money and they know that they could just do this and this to do it, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't share it with the world. Maybe some, but for the most part, most don't. So back to the question, do trucker YouTubers lie about how much money they make? And all I have to say is I'm stuck in this too because I've made videos. I'm not going to take them out. I made videos about how much I've made in a video, and I didn't put the net. I put the gross because the gross sounds so much stronger, right? So, a lot of people give me a lot of flack for that because they say, hey, Alex, this is clickbait. And this is something that you're giving a lot of people that are getting into the trucking industry basically a bad perception of what trucking is and how much you can really make in trucking, right? The truth is, if you say you make 30,000 gross and your expenses was 29,000 to do the job, you actually only made $1,000, right? So the true title of the YouTube video should actually be how I make $1,000. But, us trucker YouTubers, maybe I'm speaking for myself at the time when I made the video. I'm thinking, okay, if I say how I made $1,000 in that week, that doesn't sound that great. You know what I mean? And so I myself felt like I, no one's going to click on my video and watch it because I have maybe some good advice on that video, right? And so I just say how I made, you know, 20,000 that week or whatnot, So I'm at fault for this too. But for the most part, I'm not calling any trucker YouTuber a liar, but I will say that people that make great money don't talk about how much money they make. When you look at these other trucker YouTubers that clearly make good money, like these heavy haulers, right? I'm not going to shout out any names because I don't want them to think that's a shot at them or anything like that. But they're these heavy haulers. They're moving crazy stuff all the time, and all they do is vlog. They're not trying to give you money advice. They're not trying to tell you how much they make. They're not trying to show you a piece of paper that shows how much money you're making. You know, these guys and gals that I know are making big money, and you can see it too. They're not giving you money advice. They're just vlogging about their life because it's something for them to do. HT hits it right there. He says, it's not about how much I make. It's about freedom for me and how much I take. So that's the truth. And you know what? I know HT does very well. And if you guys don't know, subscribe to HT. The man is very knowledgeable. I could tell that before he even puts out a video, he does extensive research on that video. But you can find really great advice. And I look at gives you a lot of insight about trucking and gives you advice on the owner operators, right? So all I have to say is, long story long, are YouTube truckers lying about how much they make? And all I have to say is, a lot of times us YouTube truckers are trying to get you to click on our video. And so these, off topic too much, but here's the main thing. What is the person trying to make the video trying to make you do? So that person is trying to make you watch the video. And so the person that makes the video is is doing everything possible right in mind to get you to click it. So that's why there's a lot of clickbait, and that's why a lot of information you're getting is incorrect. So I should have put this at the beginning of the video, but this is just loosely said here. And I might keep this video up, I might not. I don't know. I'm just, just talking to you guys right now. But it's just one of those things where the reason why they're putting up the video and the reason why you're clicking it is two different reasons. They're trying to get a view from you. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know what they're trying to do. Maybe I'm going to drink a Red Bull right here. Don't judge me. They're trying to become YouTube famous or something. And you're trying to gain information. So the two don't align, right? So I don't know if I tread lightly through those waters or not, but you get the point of what I'm saying about truck YouTubers and the money that they make, right? Oh, and here's the big part about that. Be observant, you know? Be observant about these people that are telling you how much money they're trying to make, right? I'm not telling you that this world is about materialistic, items. I'm not saying that. But what I will say is I don't care who you are. I don't care what hobbies you like. But if you're truly making 10, 20, 30, $40,000 a month, like some of these trucker YouTubers claim they make, right? You got to have something to show for it, right? I don't care. If you're making a lot of money, it bleeds through. All right. I'm not talking about myself here, you know, but it bleeds through, you know. Watch these people closely. Not you don't have to be into cars, but maybe, maybe the guy or girl is into fishing and you always see them taking all these, I don't know, excursions like everywhere, every trip, paying people to I'm not even a fisher, so paying people to take them out on these boats or yachts to catch these big fish, those things are expensive. I don't care what your hobbies are, but if you're truly making 10, 20, $30,000 a month, it will bleed through. People don't have to talk about how much money they make. If someone's really making good money, it will bleed through and you'll see it for what it is, right? And again, I'm not talking about myself here, but let's be honest. If you watch my videos, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I rarely talk about my house. Okay. Florida's cheaper to live in than California. I'm from California. I'm not trying to tell you I live in $1 million house, but I'm not trying to tell you that I don't live in $1 million house either. You know, I'm into cars. That's my thing. Here and there on old videos, maybe I put a car or, a video up about my car or something like that. But, what kind of car I'm rocking with. You know what I'm saying? My woman. I'm not saying much, but your partner in life is a great representation of who you are. And if you think a girl like Jenna would just be with a loser, you got it all wrong because she's a very smart girl, woman, and she knows what she wants. And she wouldn't be just waiting around while a guy goes trucking and not have anything to offer. I'm not saying I'm the money guy. I'm not saying I'm super handsome. I'm not saying any of that stuff. I'm just saying though, watch some of these YouTube truckers videos and they could talk about what kind of money they make, right? Thank you so much, Captain Jack. But let's be honest, they're always in their truck, right? They're always giving advice. They're always telling you they're making $20,000 a month, but they're never traveling. They're never on vacation. I'm not telling you that you have to own a Ferrari and have the hot girl, anything like that. But you know, if you're making $20,000, $30,000 a month, that money will bleed through somehow, somewhere. That's all I got to say about that. You know, and the thing, you know, exactly, HD. You know, so I should have said this in the beginning of the video, and I didn't get a chance to. But even let's see, they're always on a truck stop, night on a highway. True. And you know what? And that's the thing. I'm not hating on anybody. I'm not saying anything about anybody. I'm just saying that if you're showing your pay stubs and whatnot, you're probably making that kind of money. But like I said, there's different levels, right? And I know this video is all over the place, but we're just talking here. There's different levels, right? So when you don't make a lot of money, you want to prove that you make money, right? So that's like the first step. And then once you make a lot of money, you don't really talk about how much you make. And then the third step is, I think, when you make so much money, you start giving away. You start doing charitable things, and you start helping others, right? I would say that most people, when they start making that crazy kind of money, they start wanting to mentor and they want to do charitable events and they want to, and I'm nowhere close to that, but my money's cool. I was at a point in my life where I felt like, hey, I got to let people know I got money, right? And that was like the douchebag Alex part of his life, right? And it got to the point where it's like, okay, I make some decent money here, right? And so I stopped kind of like telling people how much money I make, right? And now I'm at the point where I'm nowhere close to being a millionaire or anything like that. But I myself, I don't know, talk is cheap, but I like to do charitable events. People that have been rocking with me from the beginning since like last year or a year and a half now that I've been doing this. Every time Christmas comes around Thanksgiving, I like to do things. And it's not about having money. It's just about I'm place in my life now, in my mind and in my heart where I want to do things to give back. And so that's where I'm at personally. So just know that a lot of people, when they're showing their paychecks and they're showing you their car and they're saying, hey, look at me, this is how much money I make, you know, they're at the first stage of their success in life is where no one believed in them. They worked hard. And I'm not taking hard work away from anyone, but they worked hard. And now they're at a stage where they feel that they want to kind of let people know, look at me. I worked hard. You guys talked a lot of shit, and I'm here now. But you know what? After a while of them being comfortable making good money, they'll be at the next stage of where they're like, hey, I was a douchebag and I'm sorry for that. And then they'll be more humble. That's how it kind of all starts. But, that's just kind of how I feel about that. Let's read some of these comments. Probably Uncle Sam came knocking on the door a little too hard. Getting my CDL in September. Thank you for all the information you're putting out. I'm enjoying the sense of relief your channel is providing through the transition. Stay up, brother. Okay, so Mr. Joe, True Love, if you're still on right now, real quick, I like doing interviews and I like helping people, but I'm going to start saying in my interview that, I do not know these people personally. I'm taking every word that they say, as truth as well. But to be honest, you should always take every interview all information basically with a grain of salt. And the reason why I say that is because we don't know what the interviewee, the person I'm interviewing, what they're trying to get out of it, right? I'm not saying I have a lot of subscribers on YouTube or anything like that, but maybe I'm like, hey, you know, I have a little channel here and I'm trying to do an interview. Next thing you know, they're excited about it, and they just start busting out numbers and telling you they're making $1 million. And I'm not saying this about anyone I've ever interviewed. I'm just saying everyone's situation is different. And so, Mr. Joe, True Love, just take everything for a grain of salt. And for example, if I was talking about the Swift and they were talking about the Chrysler contracts and the car hauling, talk to 5, 6, 7, 10, as many other Swift drivers that work on that Chrysler contract and see if they really are making 1,100 a week. Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from the person I'm interviewing, but it's always good to do your due diligence yourself as well, because I would hate to think that anyone would ever make a decision off of what one person said one time. You know what I mean? So tread lightly with that. Let's see. HT Logistics. I just do like Tim Duncan, nice and quiet. Hey, that's the truth. People will know you and they will talk about you, right? Trucker Daddy says, "How do you folks get time for vlogging? I love to make real vlogs. No time." All right. So the truth about it is, if you want to start doing vlogs, uh, you gotta just take snippets of your day. That's probably the best thing to do. So um, the thing about us, I guess us YouTubers, is we're thinking about making videos like all the time. So as we're drinking coffee, we're recording ourselves. The thought doesn't even come to my mind that I'm recording myself sometimes. I just start recording myself every second I get. Try not to record yourself when you're driving, because of course that's dangerous. And I, I've for the most part, if you see me record while I'm driving, is usually sitting on some kind of stand, and I'm actually not looking at it, not holding it. So I would say if you want to vlog, it does take time, but for some reason you can make time for it if you really like to, because you just gotta love it, and it's just gotta be a hobby of yours. But trucker dad, I'd love you to make vlogs. Um, see the real deal of trucking. I don't make vlogs anymore these days. I really just want to give you information. That's where I'm at with the channel, and that's what I want to kind of do. But I'll make vlogs here and there, of course, of Jenna and my family and such. But Richie Bravo says Jenna bought the house and the car. She's with you because you're hung like an African pack mule. You know what? I would say, Richie, no comment to that. There is a lot of truth of what you're saying, but I don't want to get into that road, because let's be honest, for a girl to stick around you for that long, you either have to have a big penis or you got to make a whole lot of money. And I'm telling you what, I don't make a lot of money. Now I'm just like, um, let's see. HT Logistics says, that's why I don't make dime off YouTube. I just give my for free. Whoever takes his up to them. And you know what? That is true. HT Logistics doesn't take a dime off of YouTube. And I'm not going to lie, I monetize my videos. That's just something I do myself. Um, I don't know. Comment below. Let me know what you think about that. Like, I make like maybe just like $100, a couple $100, off of YouTube here and there, and that's the truth. But tell me, comment down below, like, do you feel you know, that what I'm doing is okay, or would you like me to demonetize my videos, or, what are your thoughts about that? Because, for me, monetizing my videos, um, I just, whatever $100, $50 that I get from YouTube, I try to spend it now on better equipment, better mics, um, just opportunities. I'll even pay an interviewee money if I have to interview them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do things for free. And it's sad that they don't want to help out the community, but they don't. So, I mean, comment down below. Tell me what you think. I think it's very awesome that HT doesn't do that because, I mean, he's the real deal, man. That's why I tell you guys, follow this guy, you know? But let me know what you think about me, myself, monetizing with the commercials. You know, do you think that makes me a little bit less authentic? I just want to know. We're just talking here. And let me know that. Captain Jack says, "Have you ever heard of Make Sense or seen his recent videos?" Yeah, Make Sense is actually. I'm subscribed to him, and he's subscribed to me. The guy gives great insight. I haven't seen his recent video, but I'm gonna have to go check it out now. But yeah, the guy's always about positive vibes. So Make Sense is actually another one that you guys should definitely check out. It's just real truckers. He's just a real trucker giving you hardcore vlogging. That's really what it is. Um, was it Adon? Adon is Fuse. I'm probably saying it's probably like Adonis Fuse, right? Says what I've noticed about the flash of money, etc., is being a male-dominant industry is part of male nature to peacock, so to us be equivalent to showcasing what they have, size, girls, toys, etc. I think you're right. I think that that's what a lot of people are doing, and sometimes I think I fall into that myself, and I find myself doing something like that. You know what I mean? And I don't know what it is, but I don't want to say it's men, but or male nature, but I would say that a lot of people, especially when they work really hard for something, they want to feel noticed. I will say that. Mr. Joe, True Love says, I'm feeling vending machines on UGA campus right now. Thanks for the advice. Hey, that's what's up. UGA's campus. You know, uh, I'm sure that's a pretty crowd. So while you're filling those vending machines, you know, you're probably getting a great opportunity to just kind of people watch. So that's cool. Indoor glasses. Yep. So the truth about it is, Nomad Trucker, indoor glasses. So if you're talking about my glasses that I'm wearing now, I will tell you why I am wearing them. And I use this. I don't know, this big light. I can't show you at the moment, but I'm using this big light and it's very bright, but it makes it more clear for you to see me, but it's super in my eyes. So I think you can see it in the glass reflection, but that's kind of why I'm wearing them. It's it's very annoying, but I feel like it's better to see. So it's one of the two. Do you want decent lighting and I guess me wearing glasses or less lighting without glasses? And let me I can do that. Um, let's see. Richie Bravo says if you call Hall and own it, you will make about that even a little more. But there's expense welding the trailer because they crack and break. Hey, that's good advice. So Richie, are you a car hauler yourself? Because it sounds like you have some information about that. Joshua Torres, ever thought about having drivers drive for you? You know what? I'm at a point in my life where I'm trying to keep this very simplistic. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my back history real quick. Is I used to own like apartment complexes. Like I don't even want to call them apartment complexes. I used to own like fourplexes, 4 units, some duplexes, and a couple houses. Right. I was a real estate investor, and I was doing that from 2008 all the way up to. I guess I'm still doing that now. I'm always looking around for new opportunities, but when I was managing, I had this fourplex in Sacramento, California, in the hood, right? Across from Sac City. I don't know if anyone knows where that is or not, but it was so hood. These people were what in the toilet. And so what I came down to the conclusion was when I had one duplex where I owned basically I lived property management. I felt myself just more sane, right? So let's fast forward now and talk about what you're just asking me. Ever thought about having drivers drive for you? Now, that's the same concept to me is having, I'm not saying that drivers will not take care of the equipment, but I'm saying that it is human nature for people as a whole to not care about things that they don't own. Shoot, I see people that don't care about things that they do own. So when I see them care about things that they don't own, it's even worse. I'll be in the truck shop sometimes, or I'll be at the TA at the mechanic shop, and some guy's like, "Hey, I gotta fix my tires. I had to like run over all this grass and jump these curbs, and I popped the tire." And I was like, "Man, why'd you do that?" And the guy straight up said, "It doesn't matter to me. It's not my truck. You know, I just work for a company. They got to switch it. I have to do what I have to do." But I guarantee you, if that same gentleman owned that truck, he wouldn't be just going off road like that. So for me personally, I'm at a simplistic point of my life where I'm fine running the truck. I work 6 to 8 months out of the year. I work when I want to work. I'm an owner operator per se. I am under the authority of North American Van Lines. So, some people say that's not a real owner operator. I say that anyone that pays for their truck, trailer, maintenance expenses, fuels, and pays for their taxes pretty much is an owner operator. So that's just my definition. But again, long story long, that's the reason why I don't do it. But I don't want that to basically be a deterrent for anybody out there. And the reason why is because you guys out there that have these dreams, these hustles of becoming owner operator, starting your own trucking business, running 10, 20 trucks, making that big money. That's the dream, and that's actually what keeps America, spinning. So just because I'm at a point where I say, "Hey, I'm cool and I just want to work when I want to work," that shouldn't take it away from what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Richie Bravo says, "Work on the hydraulics. The trucks itself, your take home after everything is about 150K or more if you know what you're doing." Hey, that's good. So, shoot, you'd be a great person to interview, Richie. You sound like you know your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, let's see. Mac the trucker, that's smart business. Hey, just be safe, bro. I'm headed to the barbershop. I enjoyed the live feed. Glad I woke up early enough to catch it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know it's a little bit early. I'm out here in Florida right now. So peace out. Dimitri, I'm watching you from Turkey. Hey, blessing, blessing. That's crazy. I was, is it lagging a little bit? I apologize. Um, I was so happy when I got 10 subscribers that now, if someone's watching me out from Turkey, that's just amazing. And I appreciate that so much. So thank you. Shout out. So if I go to Turkey, then, Dimitri, then I have a friend there. Jenna and I are welcome. You could take us around. I don't know what the food there is. I know I sound culturally like an idiot, but maybe you can take us around and show us some places. That'd be amazing. Only good part of the job. Okay, let's see. Jake and I. Oh, spicy. We're going full blown drama channel. Spill the tea. Spill the tea. Come on, Jake and now. Come on. If you guys don't know who Jay Canal is, I don't know if Jay Canal's still on or not. Jay Canal is a really great guy, man. He's when I first jumped onto YouTube, I want to tell you guys a story. So I don't know how some people feel about Jay Canal or not, but I'll tell you this. When I had only like 300 subscribers, uh, I just kind of commented on one of Jay Canal's videos. I mean, he's one of the big trucker YouTubers out there, right? And he basically helped me. I didn't know anything about anything, and I had so many questions, and he helped me basically where I'm at today. And just for me to put it out there, Jay Canal does not show pay stubs. Jay Canal does not actually. All he does is give you information. He vlogs. And so, see, people that make great money in trucking will usually vlog. You know, it's usually the guys like myself that are trying to show you how much money there is in trucking that you have to be worried about. And I'm gonna try my best, people, to be better at making sure and being clear that everything that is said as far as in an interview is taken with a grain of salt, because I don't want people to get the wrong idea and they get into trucking because they hear that Alex made $8,000 last month in moving. Well, there's a couple things that go with that. For one, my uncle's been in the moving industry for the last 40 years. And since I was 10 years old, I've been loading the trucks, going with him every summer, helping him. So I knew how to do every part of the moving business by the time I was 18 years old, besides driving the truck. Okay. So once I got into the truck, I knew already what I was doing. And so trucking and driving is actually my weakness from the two when it comes to moving. And I don't talk about that part. And I don't talk about, that I own my truck and, my truck's paid off. I don't talk about those things. So, if someone gets into trucking because they watch one of my videos that I made back then about how much money I made per se, then they're going to get the wrong idea, because they're not going to have the years of experience. They might not have an uncle or family member to get them in the moving business, and they're not going to have a truck that's paid off already. You know what I mean? So, and if you're asking how I paid off my truck, I just took a 3-year loan, and I just paid the monthly payments, and I got it done with. So I've been trucking for a little bit now. It's my 8th season, and so I was able to pay off my truck. This is actually my third truck. Okay, so that's just the truth. But yeah, if you guys haven't had an opportunity and you guys are new to the channel and maybe haven't seen Jay Canal, um, subscribe to the man. The man gives great information and he's a good dude. So let's see. Um, let's see. Sky's little pimp. I'm from New York City. Hey, shout out. Richie, it's so hood. The Roaches Park Pat Glocks. Oh my Jesus. What's up, Bill? How you doing, man? Bill's been rocking with me for such a long time. Uh, Don Fuse says, and now Uber wants to add car rentals to its line. You can rent a car, probably someone else's for about $5 a day. Can't wait to see how that goes. Hey, you know what? That'll be interesting because I'll rent out my vet. Planet, I read that earlier. I apologize if it was lagging. Hopefully it's a little bit better now. Yes, you are a friend. Oh man, thanks, Dimitri, man. Jay Canal, man, always wants the drama, man. You know, I'm here to give it to you. Nah, I don't have any drama, man. No one wants to mess with me that way anymore. Uh, I'm gonna help. I am gonna help you, dude. Ah, nice. '03 Lodi. That's what's up. Hey, I went to school in Tracy High, so Tracy to Lodi is very close. Um, Adonis Fuse says Jay gives good advice. Actually, despite the drama between some YouTube trucking channels, I get great advice from all of them. Hey, that's the truth. I appreciate that. Alex, hope you and Jenna have an awesome weekend ahead. Thank you so much, Bill. I hope the same for you. So, overall, you know, these truckers, these trucker YouTubers, you know, I would say that not that trucker YouTubers are all liars. I would say that they are doing what they can to get you to subscribe to their channel. That is the truth, you know. Do I want you to subscribe to my channel? Yes. I actually enjoy that. I do. And so what I'm trying to do to subscribers don't mean anything on YouTube. You don't get paid for subscribers or anything like that. But I'm just having so much fun with YouTube that I myself, enjoy just being able to talk. This for me is like a dream come true. You know, But yeah, I enjoy um, gaining, subscribers. I enjoy trying to build a community of people. But I enjoy trying to give you great information as well to help people because no one wants to help any truckers out there, right? But I'm not going to put myself out of this boat. But that's the truth right there is 99.9% of trucker YouTubers, for whatever reason, want you to subscribe to their channel. And for whatever other reasons, they are doing what they think you want to hear so that you will subscribe to them, right? And I would say a lot of trucker YouTubers and a lot of YouTubers in general fall into that. So just be, a little wary that when you're getting information from somebody, are they really trying to give you information or are they trying to gain subscribers and become some sort of YouTube famous, right? I will tell you personally, you know, I make pretty decent coin where I'm at. All right. I make pretty decent coin where I'm at. I got to work pretty damn hard for my damn money too. But, I can net after taxes like, 3,000 a month or 3,000 a week. And sometimes it's 2,500 a week. Sometimes I'm in the red. Sometimes money's great, sometimes it's not. But overall, I can work for about 6 to 7 months and put in my pocket about 80,000. Okay, so yes, could I truck all year long and put in more money? Yes, I can. But the reason why I truck drive is so that I can have more time at home with Jenna and my family. So that's why I truck drive. And people truck for different reasons. But I think most people want a truck for one, financial freedom, but really what people are working for is to buy back their time, right? And it's great if you work all year round, but if you're working all year round and then at the end of the year you're burnt out, what good is it anyways, right? I mean, let's be honest, money's just a piece of paper. It's just a tool, right? It's not something that really makes the world go round. You know what I'm saying? It's just a tool. So I rather work 6 to 7 months and make $70,000, $80,000 a year than work all year round and make more, right? And let's be honest, the more you make anyways, Uncle Sam just takes it. So, there's a borderline to how much you actually want to make too. And we could do a session or talk about that with taxes later. But it's like therapy for folks. That's the truth though. That's the truth. Caps stay cash liquid. Hey, that's true. And all right, I'm not gonna expose myself on here, but I will expose myself. Okay. The truth about it is, in 2006, when the market went down in California, no one wanted to buy real estate. Houses in Sacramento, in the Bay Area, they were going for a quarter of their price. And so I saved up all my money, the money I had. I bought 5 properties at the time, a couple, one in the Bay Area, Sacramento area. Most were in Sacramento area. And I flipped them and I sold them. You know, I made pretty good money. I made over $400,000. So I moved my family to Florida. We bought some houses, I guess, bought some cars, paid off some things, and I'm working now. I actually have other business ventures as well that I don't really get into because they're not really trucking related. And so, a lot of people ask, how's Alex home a lot? And why is he able to, have all these things and doesn't seem like he trucks a lot? Well, that's the truth. I invested my money in real estate. I did pretty decent in real estate, bought and paid off some stuff. And, and now I truck, and I've been trucking for a while now, but good morning, Shape World. And so if you want to know where most of my money came from, it's actually from real estate. So I don't know if that's exposing myself or not exposing myself to what, but I don't want you guys to think that all this money and all these things I accumulated is just from trucking, right? There's a couple things that people got to know. There's sweat equity, right? And there's passive income, right? So if you don't know what sweat equity is you just think of sweat, right? Like sweat coming down your body. Sweat equity is the money that you work hard for, right? And then there's a word in the middle of that, which is called leveraging, right? So you take the money that you work hard for, which is your sweat equity, you leverage that money, which means you take that money out of your sweat equity and you try to make it make more money, right? And then you try to turn that to passive income. So that's really my truth of what I do. And in another video, I could go over some of the businesses I invest in and some of the things I do with my money to make me more money. And in the future, hopefully make me the same amount of money I make as my sweat equity, which is trucking. But when people are telling you all this money and how to do trucking, that might be right for them. That might not be right for you. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth right there. Like, I can make a video that says that, make $1,200 a week. There are going to be people on that video that are going to think that that money will change their life. If you're making a minimum wage, that money will change your life. But if you're making big money or a better money, you're going to look at that money and disregard it. But the truth is, the money, as long as it's right for you, then it's right. That's good money. Good money is what's right for you and does the things that it needs to do to provide for your family. That's it, right? But do not tread very lightly when you hear these trucker YouTubers, including myself, saying we make 5, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. You know what I'm saying? Because most of these truckers sit in their truck, talk about how much money they make, give you advice in their truck. You know what I'm saying? I rather take advice from a guy that says he's a truck driver, but he's always on the beach. You know what I mean? I mean, that's not going to make sense, but it's one of those things where just tread lightly with all this advice that all of us, YouTube truckers give you, because most of the time they're just trying to get a view from you. Hey, that's the truth. That's the truth right there. And you know what? When they're not doing so well, they don't talk about money, right? But one thing I will like to talk about, since I have people on here and we're just talking now, is not really about YouTube truckers here, but let's talk about, there's a lot of new truckers here, and mega carriers. Everyone says that mega carriers are like the worst thing ever, but they're actually the ones that give the opportunities for people to get their CDL and become truck drivers, right? We all talk about starting somewhere, and we all talk about, how long you should stay with one of these mega carriers. But let's just talk about the truth of trucking, okay? This is the hard truth of trucking. Trucking companies, right? It's pretty simple. want to get their products from point A to point B. Okay? So their job is to get the product from point A to point B, and they need truck drivers at this point to do that, right? We could talk about automation and driverless trucks later because that's a catchy topic on its own. But so what do these employers really want? They really want you in the truck driving 24 hours, never home. Never home. They want you going point A to point B, point A to point B. That's what they want you to do. That's what trucking is, right? They want basically this truck to run 24 hours a day if possible, okay? Now, what you want out of trucking is to make good money, right? Be home more and gain financial freedom. That's probably what you want out of trucking. So, what your goals are and what these companies' goals are very different. They want to get their products to point A to point B, and you want to go home more. You want to make more money, and you want to go home more. There's a reason why a lot of people are unhappy with trucking, because when the two don't connect, someone's going to be unhappy. And for the most part, it's going to be you, the truck driver, because they could just hire more and more people, right? And so if we're being quite honest here, trucking is basically a means to an end, right? Get your money and per se get out, right? But then it's a way of life as well because you get addicted to trucking and you you want to make a career out of it. I love trucking. I mean, I love that I actually don't have a boss. I don't have anyone tell me what to do. I do have a dispatcher that emails me like once a week. Besides that, everybody leaves me alone. I know what I need to do. And I like that part of trucking. And because of that, I'll probably stay in trucking for a long time, you know. But let's be honest here. If if the trucking companies just want you to truck drive and never go home because they want to get their products from point A to point B and you want to make good money and stay locally and be home all the time, what you want and what they want are totally different, you know. I'm not going to try and beat a dead horse with this, but there's a reason why a lot of people that get into trucking are very unhappy. If you want to be home more and you want to make good money, for the most part, truck driving is probably not going to be right for you. For the most part. I'm not saying that there aren't local jobs out there where you can make money, but most of those jobs are loading and unloading the trucks, you know, working for Pepsi, Red Bull, you know, vendors. You know, you are a truck driver, but you're making multiple stops. You're loading and unloading these trucks. You know, you're dealing with the managers at these retail stores. You're dealing with getting to a dock and not being able to drop it off or unload it because they're not ready for you, right? So at that point, it doesn't really feel like trucking because now you have so many people that you have to talk to, so many bosses, and at that point, it's just, I don't know, local vending work with trucking, right? So don't get into truck driving. You know, I'll leave you with that. Don't get into truck driving if you want to go home all the time because that's not going to really mix what they want to do and what you want to do. You know, I'll stay on the road for a while, but I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? Let's read some of these. I see Jay Canal giving advice. I love that. I'll just stay on for a little bit more. We're just having a conversation here. Um, Checking out my new mic setup, making sure that you guys can hear me loud and clear. I want to start doing more interviews. And by doing more interviews, I want them more clear and concise as well. So that's why I got the setup. And I'll probably use this setup in the truck as well. So that'd be kind of cool. I don't know if I could bring this light with me because I don't know, my truck battery will probably die. I don't know how much watts I need for this light ring to work. Let's see. What are people talking about? Uh, Bill777 says, Alex, be honest. You are the super Asian trucker. You don't even do it for the money. Trucking is just a hobby that happens to be your passion. If you're doing what you love, you won't work a day. Hey, that's the truth right there. You really gotta love it. I mean, you really gotta love it. You know what I mean? That's like the truth of all truth. You know. Let me decline. I think my mom's calling me. Sorry about that, people. My mom calls me every day. I don't care what you guys think. I love my mama. I'm home right now. I got a home for my mom um, about 5 miles from me. So, I can always eat her good Vietnamese food cooking. You know, Cool Columbia says checking in from Ocala over the road driving. Hey, that's what's up. Come out here. Come out to Miami area. I'm here. Captain Jack J, I have 100,000 in cash and 175,000 in credit. How should I uh, allocate that? Captain Jack, just give the money to me, and I will give you money back every month. That's all you have to do. That's it. Jay says take 20,000 for a down payment to drop your monthly. Do not get a jacked out super trucker spec truck. Don't listen to Jay. Get a jacked out super truck. I'm just playing, man. You know, the cool thing about it is, uh, see that right there. You know, someone was able to save up $100,000 in cash and 175,000 in credit. I'm not saying that Captain Jack is putting that out there, but maybe Captain Jack, we could do an interview and you can tell us about how how somebody as a truck driver can acquire that kind of money, because I feel like a lot of people go down like a spiraling like rabbit hole where they're not able to make any money. They're working, but they're not able to make any money at all. You know what I'm saying? So that might be an interview we need to do, Captain Jack. Let's see what's going on. Uh, Jay Canal is giving more advice. Let's see. Reefer's paying better. Jay Canal, we're friends. You know what? In the future, you're gonna have to let me interview you so that people can get some great information out of you, man. I'd love to interview you. We talk on the phone all the time while we're taking bubble baths, but besides from what we do on our personal level, you gotta give me an opportunity to interview the great Jay Canal, man. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I don't know where you live. I'll drive down when I'm in the area. Mr. Joe, True Love says 100% correct. Vending sucks. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I've done it. I worked for Walgreens. Shape World says Jay Canal got approved for 8 to 10,000 down. Dang, that's what's up. Yep, leverage may be best. All right, no problem, Cam Jack. You have a good one. I don't know your name, sir. I can't read it on the thing. It's kind of small, but you are amazing, bro. Nice and useful information. I learned a lot from me, which I'm thinking you're saying you. Millions like for you, bro. Oh, I appreciate that. Bill77 coming soon to a radio near you, Alex, and the Asian My Show. Hey, so I don't know. In the future, should I start doing like, would anyone listen to that? Should I start doing podcasts where we just bring up topics and I have truck drivers? So, like, on my 34-hour reset, I could do like interviews and just have truck drivers in my truck for the right reasons, okay? Truck drivers in my truck for the right reasons. I will say that one more time, not for the wrong reasons. All right. And then we just kind of do like this podcast and we talk. I have one mic set up now, but that doesn't mean that I can't get another mic. I could do so. So let me know. Joshua Torres, any advice for the young ones in their 20s like me who wouldn't mind being over the road to get my own truck and making sure my family is right after the expand to make more money? To be honest with you, you're only in your 20s. And when you say your family, Joshua, do you mean like your own family? Because just because you say you're young, that doesn't mean that, you know, you might not be a father and have a wife and all that. But if you're single, being in your 20s, I'm telling you, there are two things that cost you a whole lot of money. Okay. The first thing that costs a lot of money, a mortgage. Okay. So when I say a mortgage, that could be a mortgage or that could be rent or that could be just you're paying someone to live somewhere. Well, if you're in the truck, you're not going to have to do that. You're going to save money. Most people, especially in California, use up to like 70% of their paycheck to just pay for their rent or mortgage. So you're going to save a lot of money there. Second, the biggest thing that's going to save you a lot of money is family. So those are the two things that cost the most money. Having a place to live, a mortgage, and number two, I didn't flip you off, is having a family. If you have kids and such, I mean, of course, I wouldn't think of those things as an expense when you're taking care of them, but anyone that has a family knows that it's very expensive. You know, if you have five kids and you're going to McDonald's, that McDonald's no longer becomes fast food money. You're going to end up spending over $60 to $100. So if you're young and you're thinking about considering getting into trucking, you're going to save money on trucking. And if you don't have a family, you're going to save more money there. And the third one I like to put in as well is when you're truck driving, it humbles you. You take showers once a day or a few times a week. Sometimes you don't get an opportunity to take a shower. And so before I became a truck driver, I didn't realize how great a shower was. Now, when I get home from trucking, I might spend 2 hours just sitting, not sitting, but standing there in the shower and just letting the shower hit me. You know what I mean? So there are certain things that are just so comfortable about the normal, I guess, for us living in America, our problems. We don't have problems with running water and we don't have problems with those kind of things, but our problems of just, doing laundry, taking a shower, sleeping in your own bed. But to be honest, I actually do find a lot of comfort in my truck. So I won't say that. But it humbles you. It humbles you that you don't need anything, it teaches you that you're almost RV camping every day. It's for most people going trucking would be like going camping. It'd be like the wild wild west being in the wilderness. You know what I mean? So, long story long like always. I'm just talking here, but if you're in your 20s and you truck drive for 10 years, oh my gosh, I can't even believe what you could do with that. If you don't have a family, you don't have a mortgage, and you stack up all that money, and trucking makes you humble as well. At 20 years old, by the time you're 30, you'd be retired. That's the truth. That's the truth. Um, Next you head out of Florida, I'll meet up with you and I'll call. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. Dual mics. I'm getting them. We'll do the podcast, the AMS. Some people always say to me, you know, Alex, I know you're Asian already. Why do you put the Asian Mai show? And the truth about it is, Mai is my last name, and I grew up in Tracy. And I guess people always just called me Asian. I was like the only Asian in Tracy at the time, growing up. They're like, "What's up, Asian?" I don't know if that's kind of racist now when I think about it, but they just always called me Asian. So if anyone's asking why the Asian Mai show, Mai is my last name, and my close friends just say, "Hey, Asian." They just call me that. That's just what it is. I don't think of it as anything more than what it is. Words of endearment. But I do get those comments sometimes where they go, "Clearly, we know that you are Asian. Why do you have Asian Mai in your show?" That's like me being a Indian guy and saying the Indian guy show. But hey, I don't know. Where all my Asian bros at? Joshua says no family yet and no mortgage. Get into trucking now, right? Save all your money. Buy yourself a duplex. Okay, I'm giving you basic real estate advice here. Buy yourself a duplex. Live on one end, rent out the other end. Maybe have a roommate as well, right? After 2 years of working in the same industry, you could apply for an FHA loan, buy a house somewhere, maybe in Arizona, right? Somewhere where people want to still live, where people still want to retire, but it's still cheaper than California. Get yourself a duplex for 160,000 or something like that. Save up 10 grand to put down as a down. Live on one side with the roommate, rent out the other. You'll have no mortgage. And when you're done with trucking, you'll have at least one property that's worth, you know, one to $200,000 that you could leverage later. Do that, and you'll be okay. All right. Get into trucking. If you want to get into trucking, get into trucking. Get 2 years experience. Save up 10 grand. Buy a duplex, and you'll be okay. All right. And you're gonna be like, Asian, I love you, man. You helped change my life. And that's what I would love to hear, because I wish someone would have gave me that advice when I was 20. But no, everybody just says don't do anything and chase women all day. You know? So I am where I am now because of that. Adana Fuse says if you're a veteran, the VA loan allows for up to 4 unit complex with you living in one. Yeah, so VA and FHA will allow that. So everything else, private lending, conventional, you gotta do basically with more money down. But great advice, great tip there. Joshua Torres says trucking runs in the blood. That's the damn truth. That's the damn truth, because that's how I feel. Radio Man Asian heard you were becoming. Ah! I dropped my Red Bull. Look at that. I heard Asian was becoming a cop and I freaked out and I jumped. All right. So, Asian heard you're becoming a cop. That is not true. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get a towel real quick. All right. I am not becoming a cop. And I think it was Radio Man giving the advice for me to become a cop. And I'll tell you this. Um, it's funny how people just gossip things, and then next thing you know, people start asking a lot of questions about that. But I've been getting a lot of questions about, Alex, are you becoming a cop? And no, I'm not becoming a cop. There's nothing against that. But I am, you know, I get panicked when someone says the word cop. So I like flipped out, right? Joshua Torres, the guy panicked on the word cop. My butt cheek went in, you know what I mean? I squeezed my butt cheek so hard when that happened. You know, and to be honest, I'm gonna be honest here. Most of my friends are cops, right? Most of my friends that I grew up with are cops. So um, the cops that I know are awesome. Oh, I'm gonna tell you a quick story. So this is a story real quick that's gonna make you love law enforcement, right? Regardless of how you feel about them and your experience. So I was jamming. I was okay. I was wrong for this, but I was jamming going 50 in a 35 or something in my vet, right? I just got home and me and Jenna went for a ride and we're just jamming in the vet, just like going, right? A cop pulls me over, right? goes up to me and says, "Sir, do you know that you were speeding?" I'm thinking to myself, I'm in this Corvette. This guy's going to give me a ticket like 110%. And he looks at me and he goes, "Oh, I see you have your CDL here, right? You're a professional driver. Why were you speeding?" Right? And for people that don't know, if you have a CDL license, anything you do in any car or truck or anything will affect you, right? So if you get a DUI in a car, do not think that that won't affect your CDL license, okay? It will. So the cop asked me when he pulls me over, "You're going 50 to 35. Why were you speeding? I see you have a CDL here." I looked at him and I go, "Sir, I'm going to be 100% honest. I haven't been home in over 2 months, and I just want to show off to my girl just a little bit." And it was the damn truth. I just want to show off to her for a little bit, and I'm trying to get some. You know what I'm saying? That's the damn truth. And he looked at me and he said, "Welcome back home. Slow down next time. I'll talk to you later." And I was like, "Are you serious? You're just gonna like?" I didn't like as he was walking away. I was like, "Sir, are you serious? You're just going to let me go?" And he was like, "My dad was a truck driver, so I get it." So I was just like, man, some police officers are freaking cool, man. He looked at me and asked me why I was speeding, and I told him the truth, and he didn't fault me for it, and he let me go. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty cool. Um, no, it was in Florida. It happened in Florida. I live in Florida because that's where my car is. I think that's what it was because he said his dad was a truck driver, and he knew that the CDL meant a lot. And so you're right, Radio Man. You know, that would totally screw my license over. So I would tell you guys, do not speed. It's not worth it. But if you're trying to do it to impress a girl or a guy just so you could get some, do what you need to do, I guess. um, Josh says, "Nice pajama pants." Okay, so I'm actually wearing. I might go to the beach later, so I'm actually wearing like swim trunks. But I actually have a pool at the house, so I rarely use it. But I actually have a pool at the house. I'm wiping up this wet Red Bull. Don't say the word cop. I might flip out again. All right. Joey Eyeglasses, the driver away driver. Hey, what's going on? If you guys don't know, Joey Eyeglasses has a YouTube channel as well. I watch some of the stuff. Funny stuff. Go subscribe. Capizone 2s. Stop for driving Asia. Karen Smith says, "Oh shit, I'm from Florida too. Thought you was in Cali." No, I'm in Florida. You know, and I'm in South Florida, but my home base is California. That's where I'm from. So, oh, that's what's up, Radio Man. So my dad drove for 30 years. Good looking, good looking. I think I missed some comments. Walking Journey says, "I'm going to police academy." Everybody on here, please, even if you don't want to shout it out, please, wish Walking Journey the best because police academy can be hard. We need a lot of good people to protect us. And shoot, Walking Journey, with all the comments you say, sometimes I would say you are a really nice and great person, and that'd be awesome if you made it through and became a police officer. Let's see. Where's your little dog at? Buppy. Buppy, come here. Buppy. Buppy. Come here. Buppy. Come here. Buppy. So here is Buppy. You know, he's still here. um. Oh, that's what's up, Kareem. I'm in Central Florida now. So where you at? Like Orlando or something? Would that be called Central? Josh Crouch says, "Good luck. Cops are getting no respect nowadays. Talking a big step. That's the truth. I know. I love my. You know what? I used to take my dog with me on the road all the time. And so for people that want to take their dogs with them, I would say do it. You know, it keeps you company. But for the way I navigate, it's just too hot in my truck. You know, I don't have an APU system. I should get one. So maybe when I buy, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna buy another truck, but in the future, I'm planning on that'd be cool if Jenna went on the road with me, really, and we did like a real show. Like we were just traveling everywhere, talking and interviewing with people everywhere. So if there's any big production company out there or anyone that would want to sponsor me to travel and interview people and go to truck shows and interview people, that'd be freaking awesome. I'd appreciate that. You know what I mean? Of course, yes, definitely. Cops are only human. That's the truth. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna say that there are some that give, cops a bad name, but then there are definitely some truckers that give truckers a bad name too, right? So that's just the truth with that. But where's everybody at right now? I'm gonna jump off in a little bit, but I'm just wondering where everybody's at. Hopefully, everyone's doing well. My breast got me out of a ticket twice. Oh my Jesus. That's awesome. I tried that once and it got actually I think it gave me the ticket. So Kareem says, I'm not sure if you talked about this already. I just came in, but do you have your own authority? I actually do not have my own authority. I work for North American Van Lines and they dispatch me all the loads. You know, these days I just like working off of simplicity. That's really the truth. You know, they take 15% from me for that, but that's all right. Shea Breast got me out of a ticket also. Jay Canal, my Jesus. I do it and then they give me two tickets. What the hell, man? But yeah, no. Shout out to everybody. I appreciate you guys. I know we didn't talk too much about YouTube trucker liars. And I'm sure Jay Canal was hoping I'd bust someone's balls, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen, Jay. It didn't happen. I'm sorry, Lo siento. But I like watching all your reaction videos to music videos. I love that, man. You know what I mean? And I know if you guys don't know, man, Jake now could play a mean guitar. So, when he does a reaction video about music bands and such, it's coming from a musician's point of view himself. So it's pretty awesome. But I will jump off of here. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed today's segment. I'm home right now for a week. I start loading shipments on Wednesday, and we could do that if you like. I guess I have an IG now, so you can follow me at the Asian My Show there, or the Asian My Show on Facebook, or subscribe to the channel. It's up to you. But we're just here to give you information. Hopefully, we'll do more insightful videos to get you where you need to be. I understand that most of the people on here are maybe already truck drivers, and I do understand that most people have more experience than I do. But the difference And the difference is I am not nervous about going up to strangers and asking them personal questions. So, although I am not a very good truck driver per se, I'm not the best. I'm just happy that I'm able to even do my jobs on a normal day basis. But I'm nowhere close to being a super trucker. I'm learning every single day. But I will say the one skill that I have over other people is I could go straight up to a stranger with a camera and then tell them, "Hey, tell me about your life." So I'm able to do that. So that's what I offer, and hopefully we get more insight from more truck drivers. And that's what I want to start doing is I want to do a segment where I ask recruiters, right? I ask recruiters of a company questions, and then they give me their answers, and then I ask the truck drivers that work for that same company the questions and see if they correlate, right? Because a lot of people say that truck drivers, or basically not truck drivers, but they say that recruiters are always lying and doing what they can just to sign you up to get you to whatever they're trying to get you to, the school or to the job, or get you signed on so that they get commission, right? So I want to start doing that where I actually, record and interview the recruiter, and then record and interview the trucker and see if it's the same. And from that, it might expose some people. But again, we have to take everything with a grain of salt. But overall, thank you guys for tuning in to today's show. I appreciate you guys. Maybe I should start getting some like sound boards and stuff where I could go like beep 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 and like make noises. But I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I enjoy you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I thank you so much. Thank you for listening to the rambling today. And I'll be home for another week. I start loading again on Wednesday. I might take this equipment with me on the road so that we could do more of this, and hopefully we'll get more interviews. So thank you so much. I appreciate you guys, and be careful with a wiretapping laws. No, I hear you. I hear you. So that's what I'm doing is I am putting what I'm doing is I'm putting the camera in people's faces while I'm interviewing them, and then after that I ask them if it's okay if I use it on YouTube. You know, I record everything, and I pretty much make it known, and I always do it in public areas. So I'm not hiding the camera anywhere or anything like that. So that's where we're at. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much again, and peace out. Peace out.